Oh wait, I see lights.
Just be
Does
yourself.
that mean we're
man.
filming?
Be yourself.
Yeah, we're rolling, and we're in 5, 4, 3.
Hello, boys and girls.
This is local television cable legend, Captain Greedy, and my sidekick,
Wonder Boy.
my homeboy, and he has something to say.
I do have something to say. This is a very special episode of Comic Book Geeks. We're going to have some guests on tonight, but we decided we want a little one-on-one time with you,
Now,
the audience.
Don't lie. Let's tell them the real story. That's what we're famous for telling, for being like real.
Yeah, but there's a lot of issues that are facing us and them and everybody, and it's time that we kind of take time out of our busy schedule.
Let me say,
and
okay,
address
first
these
of all,
things.
we had Batman, and this is the Batman that has been banned from Jimmy Kimmel's show. Maxwell, he's been at my store and everything. He's had some drinking problems. He was also arrested in front of Grauman's Chinese and in his Batman costume. He got in a fight with SpongeBob, and so they arrested him. He kicked out the window and everything. He's a really good guest. He wants to be on the show, and then when I called him right before the show, he said he thought it was Saturday and not today, which to tell you what happens is we film on Friday.
Can I tell you something? Instead of making excuses,
I'm just saying what happened. Okay, I don't feel it's an excuse.
I feel like you're making excuses.
I feel like you could
suck
me, but go on.
You know what? I feel like none of those people are here tonight, but we are, and we are
crazy about comics.
Comic book geek. I never set limits on what man can achieve, so they call me a comic book geek. I love and beauty and what philosophers say, but I'm a comic book geek. Don't call me a loser, 'cause I'm a comic book geek. 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 I want to live in a world of adventure. I want to have the seas of immortality. I want to move across the limits of imagine past the limits. Believe that we can be beyond the limits of human. That's why they call me a geek. Oh, well, a comic book geek. I love a comic book geek. Well, I'm a comic book geek. Well, I'm a comic book geek. Geek, 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 geek. Well, I'm a comic book geek.
Okay. So are we back?
We think
I just
Good.
don't have anything to
I
promote.
counted you in, that means we're back.
Okay, cool. Well, hello. You guys thought you weren't getting any special guests tonight. Well, we always have a trick up our sleeve over here at Comic Book Geeks. We're here with Captain Greedy himself, being interviewed by the one and only Wonder Boy. You know, this show's been on the air for 10 years. And did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So, you know, looking back at you know, the last 10 years, what stands out? What do you remember?
I remember when Guy LeMay was on our show.
It's easy
And
because
Guy-
he's right there.
Well, I know, but it's still one of my favorite shows. And Guy, when he came into town, he got a job in a sex. What do you call it? What do you
Oh,
call
he's
it?
like a phone sex operator.
Phone sex.
Yeah.
And he would pretend he was a woman, right, Guy?
What was your woman's name? Tammy? Panty Queen. The Panty Queen? Did she have a name? I can't imagine, like, so what's your name, baby? Panty Queen. Like, Wanda. Wanda, thank you.
So how much did you get an hour?
$10.
$10.
How does that, okay, $2.99 a minute. So you did all right because they were getting $2.99 and you got $10.
I think that'd be fun to do. I couldn't do a woman very well.
Did you ever get anybody off? You did? You feel dirty?
Okay, then we had Superman, who's a very clean,
we had a
very
few
clean
episodes
cut.
of Superman, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we've had Superman a lot, and he's very clean cut looking, and he's game for a lot of things. So he would call up the dirty sex line, and pretend that, and then he pretended he had his cape on and he was going like this, and he pretended.
Oh,
that was funny.
Yeah, it was
a
funny.
great show. We
I
got to
remember
show that one again.
Caesar and I got stoned with Superman at a Jeffrey's Comics event, big sale. We were sitting in the car, and I think you were there. You were in the back seat with me, and getting baked, and he's like, pass it up here. He's like, I was like, watch out, make sure the cops don't see us. And he's like, the only good cop is a dead cop.
Oh, for God's sake.
To hear that come out of Superman,
but let's see, good
world's
shows.
finest, huh?
When we had the guy that balled your girlfriend.
Oh, that was a good one, Jeffrey. Yeah, it was real good.
Yeah,
Was that a good episode, or is that just
no, it's
funny
good because
to say?
it was both. But he played Spider-Man.
He played Spider. That was a good
He
one.
did
yeah.
a really good Spider-Man. God, he did good because he was always kind of shy, except maybe with Samantha. I don't know. He's probably not too shy, but then when he got on that costume, he was just dynamic. It was just really exciting, and I don't know if he.
You know what?
I don't know if he wore the costume when he was with Samantha, but
Since we're going there, I have a story
oh,
to tell.
no,
It wasn't really an
no,
episode,
no,
but
no.
I shared a. Well, I didn't share a booth.
There's too many involved.
No,
about
this
me.
is a story. I had a booth at. I think it was a WonderCon up in San Francisco, and next to me was Tim Vigil, great comic book artist, does a comic called Faust.
Oh no!
So Jeffrey, I don't know if you know, Jeffrey met his wife at Jeffrey's Comics. Monica met her at Jeffrey's, but like one of the stories Jeffrey would tell, he's like, I think Tim Vigil fucked my wife, and I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, like when she was coming to the store, he did a signing, and she came in, and she's got those big breasts, and he told her he would do some sketches of her or something. So I was like, well, I've got a booth next to him. I could probably find out, So one night we're out, the boys are out, and bumped into Tim Vigil, and we had a few beers, and I said, hey, Tim, Jeffrey thinks that, I said, you remember Jeffrey's wife, Monica? He's like, oh, yeah, I remember Monica. I was like, Jeffrey thinks you might have boned her, dude. And he laughed. He had a good laugh out of that. Jeffrey was staying with me. We're having breakfast the next day, cutting up our pancakes. I was like, so yeah, I talked to Tim last night, Tim Vigil, and Jeffrey's like, yeah? And I was like, I asked him about Monica, and he's like, what did he say? I was like, you really want me to tell you? He's like, oh.
I just say, oh.
You always say, oh.
Oh, shut
Do you
up.
remember that? You remember that morning, though? I was like, I had that discussion with him.
Yes.
You remember what I told you he said?
No. Well, yeah, you told me nothing.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. But I'll let you think about it for a minute.
I know, you did worry me. But then I thought, well, we weren't married or anything
That's
at that
fine.
time.
It's all good.
But I can handle it.
And thank God that neither of our ladies watch this show.
There are somebody. Hey, somebody, when I was at Ralph's, the guy who was the, what are
We
they?
got 5 minutes. Is
What
it
do they
5
call?
minutes
What do they
now,
call
or
those guys?
5 seconds?
The guy who puts the stuff
I don't know
in the
what
bag.
this means, dude.
Anyway, have
Now,
we
is
done
it
our
okay?
5 minutes?
Tell us. Hey, it sounds like you got a good story. Why don't you tell us after the break?
A Comic Book Geeks. We'll be right back.
Right back. All right.
My minions, the time has come. Stand before the Overlord and feel the righteous power of my evil.
Yes, Master.
Together we shall see a new kingdom arisen. A kingdom of fire.
Yes, Master.
Bow down to the Overlord, the master of evil.
Yes, Master.
For the time has come now, my minions, that we shall...
Michael! I thought I told you to mow that lawn, boy. What you doing in here playing dress up with your little girly friends? Get your butt out there and mow that lawn, boy, but I take the back of my hand to you.
Okay. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Dad. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to take a break.
Yes, Master.
It's Jeffrey's Comics, the coolest and longest-running comic store in the South Bay. We have the best selection of graphic novels in all of Southern California. We've got action figures priced as low as $2.95. We have an amazing selection of old and rare comics for the collector, and comics as low as 20 cents each. Buying Jeffrey's comic books will make you stronger than Superman, brainier than Batman, and greener than Green Lantern. And remember, Jeffrey's Comics is happy to buy your old comics as well.
Hello.
Yes, is this Wanda?
Hi, baby. Yes.
Hi, baby.
This is Wanda, the Mistress Panty Queen, you dirty slut.
What color are your panties tonight?
Well, today I'm wearing my powder puff blue panties with a little puff ball on each corner.
Ooh, that sounds hot.
Ooh, thank you. And what are you wearing?
I've got on blue tights.
Oh, honey, that sounds so cute.
You like a man in tights?
Yeah.
Bet you can't guess what I'm doing.
Oh, you better not be doing what I think you're doing.
Your ass.
No way. Chris wants us to do the next segment.
Okay, about
talking
what?
about our wives, and no.
Yeah, I don't. Let's talk about Chris Brandt's wife.
I'm scared of my wife. I admit it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in bad with her.
She doesn't
I'm
wanna
scared
get,
of my. I'm scared.
You don't
of-
want to get in
I'm
bad with
scared-
her. She
I'm
doesn't
scared
want to
of-
get in bed with you.
I'm scared of Mike's wife. I'm scared.
Yeah,
Scared of all the
I'm
women.
a little scared of my wife too. But you know, and these guys, they give me shit. They're like, "Oh, you're pussy whipped," but hey, you know what? At least I got pussy to get whipped with. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Whoa.
crazy about pussy.
And you get more sex than anybody I know.
Thank you.
Would you say 5 times a week? We can say that.
Yeah, I'd say easily 5 times.
That is, Jesus,
That's good, right?
That's inspiring. And you've been married almost
Well-
2 years, and you got a kid.
Yeah. I mean, he is a little cock blocker, I will say. He does everything he can to make sure he doesn't have siblings. So,
I was having sex with my wife. This is like when I had Cassie, when he was a year old, before he had his accident, and he was in the playpen right by the bed, and we were just really going at it. And all of a sudden, he jumps out of the playpen onto the bed. I guess he thought we were playing, and he's yelling and everything. Oh, it's so funny, man.
when's the last time you did get laid?
Last Friday, I think. Oh, wow.
A week?
Is this Friday? Well, you know, a lot of people around 70 years old that don't have any problems, but a lot of them do.
I forgot you were 70. You look good for 70. Up here, obviously not down there, but. So, like, when you're older, do your balls sag? I mean, should I be wearing, like, boxers? Because I usually wear boxers. Should I be wearing tighty whities or
Yeah, I think you should.
because your balls sagged? You ever, like, accidentally knee yourself in the balls when you're walking? I'm running out of material, obviously. But.
And I don't know how to react to that. I mean, I don't think they sag. I don't even want to talk about that shit.
Any advice you would have for a strapping young man such as myself, you know, being that you've lived?
If you're giving your wife orgasms, you're doing fine. If you have orgasms every time,
No.
what percentage? Okay, because I am ready with advice now.
Oh, does Monica have?
It's called cunnilingus, no, it's
When you screw your wife once a month, she'll have an
shut
orgasm
up.
every
When I
time.
used
Go
to be,
ahead.
now I'm going. Now I'm rolling. When I used to be a probation officer, we had all these kids here, and about half of them were black, and we
Right.
talk about it, you know, and they say, "Oh, Mr. Patterson, oh man, I ain't gonna eat pussy. It's that far from the asshole. I wouldn't do that." And I told my wife at the time. She says, "How far does he think his dick is from the asshole?" And they would say, "I think I'm going to try that," because we would the white counselors would always talk about it and everything just to mess with the kids anyway. But then they say, "Okay,
It's
I'll
like
try it."
mayonnaise.
But I don't think black people do that, and I think it's really a missing technique. I think it's probably the most important technique sexually. And
Cunnilingus
how
is?
often do you do that? Now I am getting into this.
Not a whole lot. I mean, I would do
And
it
she's
more.
not having orgasm. She will have orgasm every time.
I'm not saying she's not having orgasm. She says she doesn't have 100%. Or like she's,
How often do you do it?
there's a chance she might watch this show. Like, I don't know. I mean,
Well, wait a second.
I can fucking-
We're
I can
not
put
talking
it-
about anything bad now.
no, we're not. I could put a chart next to the bed if you want. Not how many times. I would say maybe 20% of the time.
You do that.
Yeah.
If
Now,
she hasn't had an orgasm, you should get down and do it.
I didn't say she hasn't had an orgasm. I said she
you
doesn't
said
have
she doesn't always.
Not
she
always,
should always
right.
have an orgasm.
I never know if she's gonna have one by the end or not. I don't know until it's over. Like if she had one, like all right.
Ask her.
I will. No, listen.
You won't do that?
This is an important question.
This is too
I
good.
will eat.
So
I will
I'm
eat pussy,
finally
but I won't
waking
eat
up
a
tonight.
pussy after I have been down there doing others. After I put my dick in it. No, I won't do that. Like not after my dick's been in there.
Stuff.
Listen here, Dr. Ruth. when it's over, when the fucking fat boy screams, you know what I mean? And that's not often that it's over for me.
Let me ask you this: do you have an orgasm 100% of the time when you
Always.
have sex with? Okay.
Do you?
I rest my case.
What?
Do I have 100%? Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Ask me if my wife has 100%.
Does she?
Yes.
Oh, she does. She's a good faker.
But I'll tell. Okay, here. Let me tell you this story too. This was like 30, 40 years ago, and I was having sex with this girl. Her name was Barbara. This was my first girlfriend, but we come back to each other a few times and everything. And I finished, and she just wasn't having an orgasm. And I was just tired, and so I finally finished. I said, "Oh man." She said, "What about me?" And I was so embarrassed. I mean, some other girl should have said that to me a long time ago. I was so embarrassed. I just vowed at that time I'm never going to be that embarrassed. I said, she is going to have, whoever it is going to have an orgasm, because I'm not going to have some girl saying, "What about me?" Because I felt like I always thought I was kind of selfish anyway, and I just felt that was a picture of selfishness, which you're sitting around for a half hour, an hour. It takes a long time to get a woman off, and finally, well, I've really done it, This is just, she's not going to do it, but.
What about me?
She will do it. So
it's like,
cunnilingus is the answer.
That's like your secret origin. You made a pledge that night. You would never
they always
have another girl
always
say,
get off.
"What about me?" Like you made a
Yes,
pledge, an oath.
I thought I explained that. Yeah, an oath like
Batman said he would never use a gun.
when he was going to fight evil and everything like that.
And you probably had to eat a lot of pussy too, because I've seen your penis, and it probably doesn't go. I mean, your tongue's bigger, isn't it?
No.
Anyway, that's my mean penis joke for the episode.
Boy, I'm telling you, there's nothing more that I want to do while I'm sitting on the Death Star than watch Comic Book Geeks on Channel 28. By the way, I'm an out-of-work trooper. My last job blew up. These are not the Comic Book Geeks that you are looking for.
That's great.
It must be a Star Wars.
It is a Star Wars reference.
Because I haven't seen them 3 or 4 times.
My name is Trevor Alexopoulos, and what?
You're talking to me, not the camera.
I thought I was talking to just, space. You want me to look at you?
You are, but yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Ask again. Take 2.
Who are you? What do you do?
My name is Trevor Alexopoulos, and I am a cartoonist. I do comic books.
Comics in this country have become very much a way to define oneself, either as a fan or as a creator. This is my identity. I do this.
If you're addicted to comics, there's no way out. You're done. You're going to be doing it forever.
Man, kicking the doors down, coming in, both barrels blazing. That's comics.
It's tough to get some people over that hurdle of a comic book? You want me to read a comic book?
Why are mainstream comics mainstream when nobody in the real mainstream reads them? And then independent comics have much more appeal to the mainstream.
So awesome, so good, not just good, funny.
You have to have a field of endeavor that you're the total king and master of, and you can't worry about other people's interpretations of your world. And then if they like it, well, that's really great. If they don't, well, they just kind of have to fuck themselves.
You have to self-publish to begin with, because who's going to pay for this?
Most of the cartoonists I know who I think are the very greatest are struggling to get by. They're not rewarded commensurate with their skills.
It's something you can tell, hard for us to say why. I don't know. We'll have that. That's a good question. Maybe, I could see a whole documentary, sort of your version of the Aristocrats. Like, why are you doing this?
I wanted to do a comic that I could take to a convention and it'd get me laid.
is a great plastic man.
Thank you. You're a great dollar man.
Captain Greedy. Hey, can we get you to say, because we're doing it for our TV show, our cable, Comic Book Geeks will be right back. That's our TV show.
Oh, your TV show? Wow.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you
and
on that TV
that's
show?
Wonder,
I am, yeah.
That's
Oh,
Wonder
okay.
Boy.
Here, wait.
Bring it back.
I'll put it right here.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
And I'll mention my films.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
definitely,
good, yeah.
definitely.
So Comic
And
Book
then
Geeks?
we'll edit that out later. I'm
No,
kidding.
we use it
Kidding.
definitely. What's your movie?
I'm with Comic Book Geeks. Plastic Man is a big fan. I watch it daily. Comic Book Geeks will be right back.
Man, you're doing a
Is that what
great
you want?
job. That was perfect. That
That was
was
awesome.
That was outstanding.
Plastic Man, you're the man.
So what are you, Wonder
Boy.
Wonder Boy?
Yes.
I love it. And you're the
Captain-
$6 million man.
I'm Captain Greedy. Can you do stilts real high though? I mean,
I
not
can
like
do them
this.
higher, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Put the right your crew.
This is our crew, man.
Hi.
Our posse.
You can't escape the long arm of the law. So had a plastic
Thank you.
man.
Yeah.
All right.
People,
Well,
people love the
It's
dollar.
been a pleasure.
So where can we see this footage? Is this
YouTube. It's
Oh,
gonna be a DVD. We're doing a DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got
but
a show
next
in
year.
Torrance, but yeah, he always puts it on YouTube. We're gonna try and make a movie out of this.
And it's called Comic Geeks.
Comic Book Geeks.
Oh, we need to keep
We got a
going.
great half hour here. Let's introduce our cameraman.
Everybody wants to leave because they're so bored.
You know, in Hollywood, because
Not
I've
single
seen the
guy.
way they act, the way they do this stuff in Hollywood. They're always telling people, "God, honey, you're just fucking great. You know, you're the greatest. You do this, you do that." And Chris, you have the
bring us
a
down,
really
dude.
interesting approach where you always tell people how bad
Like
they are,
that's gonna make us any
how
better.
bad the show is,
I just tell the truth.
That's
if
why
somebody's doing great, I tell them they're doing great.
No,
but
you-
I tell you
no,
guys you're doing crappy because
no.
I want you to do better. But if I told you you're doing
not
great,
gonna
you
work,
just keep
Chris.
doing your
It's
same
not
old
gonna
thing.
make us
no,
do
you don't,
better.
because if you did, then we've never done great. Because you never told us we've done great. Has he ever fucking
Never
told
said.
I
us?
haven't done great.
And you know what?
Oh,
But
you've done 20 shows.
we've never done great. Here's
Like one little segment here. That was great.
Here's the thing, Chris.
Jeff,
you
that
gotta
was really
project,
great.
dude. That's why you are where you are, dude, in life. Like, cause you know everything's bad. Everything's
You're
bad.
just a
and
sad-
No, everything's not bad.
You're just
People
a
see
sad
that-
ass old hippie who doesn't get laid. And
He's
you,
not even a
And you
hippie.
take it out on us and shit.
Yeah, people see that negativity, dude, and they don't want to be around it.
No, man. We do like the job you do, but
You
you
do a
don't,
good job.
You don't have to be so acidic. It doesn't do any good. It just sets a very gloomy mood to everything. And what purpose?
Why don't you just do
what
better?
purpose is that?
Why don't you do better?
Why don't you say, "Oh, you did good. Maybe you could do this better" or something?
you can show
Why
up
do you
on
always
time
say,
and things like
"Oh, you
that.
did so"? No, you're just wrong. Okay, you're just fucking wrong.
I'm wrong. You did.
You are
showed up
no,
on
no, no,
time
no,
tonight?
no. You are just wrong.
How am I
Your
wrong?
technique is wrong, and I've just been talking to you about it. Always seen the gloomiest part of everything. Never, and I'll say it again. You've never said we did great. Oh, I said.
Maybe if you did great,
Oh,
I'd tell you
I'm
that.
still talking. Oh, I tell people when they're great. You know, we've done 20 hours, and I've never heard that come out of you.
That's because you haven't been great yet.
Now you're so full of shit. I know
We've
we've
been
done
awesome, dude.
We have done some great
been
stuff.
amazing.
And the guy that bags groceries at Ralph's told me that personally.
Yeah.
He said, "You are great."
Do you know why?
Because
he doesn't see the other 60 minutes of shit that I have to cut out every fucking episode.
And my wife told me, she said, "You are great."
Yeah, okay.
That's 'cause you're eating her
I'm going to
pussy.
give you the tapes of all these episodes, and you sit your wife down and have her watch them and see what she thinks after that.
Now, good or bad, my wife wouldn't watch it.
She's smart.
My wife doesn't like.
very smart
My
woman.
creative part of my career is just offensive to her for some reason.
Well.
And your wife doesn't watch either, does
No,
she?
she does. She
Does
actually she likes the show actually sometimes.
Really?
She has to pre-approve the shows before I'm allowed to finish the edit.
Seriously?
I don't know. I hadn't heard that, but maybe.
Oh, he's kidding.
He might be
No,
kidding.
I've had to cut stuff out of
There
every
have been,
episode
yeah.
for the last 10 episodes because Carol hasn't wanted it in there.
You didn't tell me that. She is editing our shows?
You're not even paying her for it. She's doing it.
Not
for
even
free.
paying her for it.
She's doing it for free.
Don't show her the show again, ever. You think
At
do I
least
have
she'll-
my wife?
at
Do
least she'll watch
do
it.
I have my wife? No. That's not an asset to us. I mean, she doesn't know. We're doing a show. We're doing kind of a guy show, you know. She's not a
Right.
guy. Well, why would we want her doing that? Why would you allow her to do that?
Because I still have to.
Show us your balls, okay?
You want to say?
They can't be shriveled up. You can't even have any. You are. Oh, this show is, I have lost so much respect for you, you know.
Oh,
you don't eat pussy, and you let your wife edit our show. Thank
being
you, Chris.
silly.
Thank you.
Oh, fuck you, Chris.
Oh, my God.
Chris is just mad because he
I am
doesn't
so
have a wife to
embarrassed for
edit.
you.
Don't be embarrassed for me. Because
Well,
guess what? Wonder Boy still
you won't
gets
be
laid.
embarrassed because you get laid. Well, you pay a heavy penalty for that. You
Oh,
let her
what?
fucking
What,
sit
edit
on
comic book?
sit
Yeah,
on our
whatever,
show.
whatever, you know, I
Does she
make
do your
magic.
comic books too?
There's still enough
Does
magic.
she edit your comic
She
books?
helps me fix misspelled words and stuff.
Okay, but this is our show.
Right.
And I pay for this show.
Right.
I don't want her editing our show.
Oh, yeah, I think you need to see what she edited out. It's all the parts where I talk about what a little dick you have and stuff. She's like, oh, you say that enough, Mike. You don't need to say that
Yeah,
anymore.
you do probably say that enough. Chris should be able to handle that.
She also makes me put more shots of Mike in.
Yeah, well, because I look a little better.
You're handsomer?
A little bit.
Oh, just a little?
I like a little bit to
Silly.
justify more shots of me, yes. Just that much. But have you noticed there's more shots of Chief in the shows?
Would you like to
last
maybe
years?
pay a little bit more money then? Like
I don't
than
pay-
the nothing?
pay anything.
Well, then no more shots of you then.
No more shots. It's just this voice that you hear.
Yes.
Just like Chris. It's
I want.
only you.
I am
good.
the star.
Oh, yeah, I know you're the star. Yep.
It's Jeffrey's Comics, the coolest and longest-running comic store in the South Bay. We have the best selection of graphic novels in all of Southern California. We've got action figures priced as low as $2.95. We have an amazing selection of old and rare comics for the collector, and comics as low as 20 cents each. Buying Jeffrey's comic books will make you stronger than Superman, brainier than Batman, and greener than Green Lantern. And remember, Jeffrey's Comics is happy to buy your old comics as well.
Oh my God, please, Rage, don't let me go, don't let me go. I'm gonna tell you once again, Arthur, I want out of my contract. Rage, please, I told you, I don't know anything about your contract. I'm your accountant only, your accountant. Don't be trying to play no mind games with me.
Hey, yo, dog, I think we got the wrong guy.
What's up with that, Terry? Nah, man, see, he got you in his Jedi mind trick. Look, Rage, you own the record company, okay? I'm just an accountant. I just do your math. Come on, man. Well, you better do this math. You plus a sidewalk equal pain. No. So what you gonna do, Arthur? You gonna let me on my contract? Yes, whatever you want. Yes. Aight, then. Let him go.
Oh, wait, you didn't mean literally let him go, did you?
Oh, dawg, what's up with that?
This is way past my. Oh, good.
So that's it, boys and girls. Another exciting episode of Comic Book Geeks. You guys didn't even notice that we didn't have a guest tonight, did you? A lot of magic.
And a lot of this magic has to do with the great director we have.
Who's that? Chris Brandt.
Yeah, Chris Brandt.
He just
And
pulls the best performances out of us. I mean, really bringing so much enthusiasm and excitement to the set every time. Like I can't get here fast enough. You know, I know I'm always late, but I can't get here fast enough because I just know this ray of sunshine is going to be here.
It's fun. I want to introduce Caesar or mention Caesar because he comes every month to the show, or every time we do the show. And our new man, Guy LeMay, over here. And I think on that note, I think we want to say goodbye. That was pretty painful.
Some good stuff in there. Guess how many guests we have? Yeah, me and Jeff.
Great job tonight, guys.
You like it, Chris?
Yeah, we got some great stuff.
Thank you, Chris. No, come on.
He doesn't mean that.
He said it pretty nicely. Give him a break. When he tries to be nice, give him a damn break.
Look at Spider-Woman.
Wow. Look at those. Look at the girl in.
Great. We have the sexiest cameraman at Comic-Con. You know that?
Thank you.
This one.
Oh.
comic book geek. Well, I'm a comic book geek. Well, I'm a comic book geek, geek, 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 geek. Well, I'm a comic book geek.
Okay. So are we back?
We've been back.
I just
Good.
don't have anything to
I
promote.
counted you in, that means we're back.
Okay, cool. Well, hello. You guys thought you weren't getting any special guests tonight. Well, we always have a trick up our sleeve over here at Comic Book Geeks. We're here with Captain Greedy himself, being interviewed by the one and only Wonder Boy. You know, this show's been on the air for 10 years. And did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So, you know, looking back at you know, the last 10 years, what stands out? What do you remember?
My whole dreamed of saving the day, but they call me a comic book geek. I never set limits on what man can achieve, so they call me a comic book geek. I love love and beauty and what philosophers say, but I'm a comic book geek. Don't call me a loser, 'cause I'm a comic book geek. 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 I want to live in a world of adventure. I want to have the seas of immortality. I want to move across the limits of imagine past the limit to believe that we can be beyond the limits of human. That's why they call me a geek. Oh, well, a comic book geek.
Oh, wait, I see lights.
Just be
Does that mean
yourself,
we're
man.
filming?
Be yourself.
Yeah, we're rolling, and we're in 5, 4, 3.
Hello, boys and girls.
This is local television
Network.
cable legend, Captain Greedy, and my sidekick,
Wonder Boy.
my homeboy, and he has something to say.
I do have something to say. This is a very special episode of Comic Book Geeks. We're going to have some guests on tonight, but we decided we want a little one-on-one time with you,
Now,
the audience.
don't lie. Let's tell them the real story. That's what we're famous for telling, for being like real.
Yeah, but there's a lot of issues that are facing us and them and everybody, and it's time that we kind of take time out of our
All right,
busy
let
schedule.
me say,
and
okay,
address
first
these
of all,
things.
we had Batman, and this is the Batman that has been banned from Jimmy Kimmel's show. Maxwell, he's been at my store and everything. He's had some drinking problems. He was also arrested in front of Grauman's Chinese and in his Batman costume. He got in a fight with SpongeBob, and so they arrested him. He kicked out the window and everything. He's a really good guest. He wants to be on the show, and then when I called him right before the show, he said he thought it was Saturday and not today, which
think people are
to
already
tell
tired of our
you what
excuses.
happens is we film on Friday.
Can I tell you something? Instead of making excuses,
I'm just saying what happened, okay?
I know.
I don't feel it's an excuse.
I feel like you're making excuses.
I feel like you could
Say it,
suck,
say it.
suck me, but go on.
You know what? I feel like none of those people are here tonight, but we are, and we are
Crazy about comics. I remember when Guy LeMay was on our show.
It's easy
and
because he's right there.
Well, I know, but it's still one of my favorite shows. And Guy, when he came into town, he got a job in a sex. What do you call it? What do you
Oh,
call
he's
it?
like a phone sex operator.
Phone sex.
Yeah.
And he would pretend he was a woman, right, Guy?
What was your woman's name? Tammy? Panty Queen. The Panty Queen? Did she have a name? I can't imagine, like, so what's your name, baby? Panty Queen. Like, Wanda, thank you.
So how much did you get an hour? $10. $10.
How does that? Okay, $2.99 a minute. So you did all right because they were getting $2.99 and you got $10.
I think that'd be fun to do. I couldn't do a woman very well.
Did you ever get anybody off? You did? You feel dirty?
Okay, then we had Superman, who was a very clean,
we had a
very
few
clean
episodes
cut.
of Superman, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we've had Superman a lot. And